JFK Jr. was there.
Really?
Yes, he was there.
Did you see him?
Yes. I can't go into a whole lot of detail.
You don't sound...
That's interesting, that one there. I don't know whether he, like, didn't and wants to believe it, or it was so profound that it's bringing him to almost tears, like emotion, because he was there and I felt him. Or maybe he's, like, transcending reality itself. I can't tell. I can't get a read on this one. You probably know, because I did a bunch of coverage of the trucker rally, that I was quite invested in dispelling the myths and the untruths and the lies that were being propagated globally by a lot of bad actors. So I'm excited to see what Channel 5 has to say about the remnants of the trucker rally, especially because it's blowing up in America right now, you know? I mean, there's never been a better time to talk about this kind of stuff.
Initially, Trudeau closed down the border to any transnational movement of international long-haul truckers that were carrying goods if they weren't vaccinated. You know, I'm sure if I were a sitting president in America and I looked at what happened to Trudeau in Canada, I would be thinking, do I want that little song and dance and dog and pony show in my country? And I would be thinking, not really. And then, wow, look, Russia and Ukraine, look at that going off. I don't know. I'm not a geopolitical expert. I think the timing is very interesting.
They can easily fake a war if they wanted to. All they would do is just like film a few things and then...
No way. Okay. So, in my wildest dreams, I would not have dreamt this would have been the case, but yes, let's roll with it. After the success and then ultimate failure of the occupation of the truckers in Canada, there was a whole bunch of spin-offs that were planned globally. Some of them reached strange new heights, like New Zealand, but the ones in the United States have never been able to really manifest, which seems odd. It seems weird. It seems of all places, the US would be the one place you would think that the concept of truckers supporting freedom, a nebulous term, an idea like that, would just get people off their seats and then get out to the streets. And yet it hasn't been. They haven't been able to manifest themselves in the way they've wanted to. Not in the way that Canada did. Nowhere has. Not even on Australia or New Zealand. So there's a reason for that, and we're about to find out.
Put out in the news what they want.
Putin is doing the right thing. He's taken out the Syrian mafia. The man's not an evil man. Here's the thing, the media is doing what they're doing and sharing the, excuse my French, the crap about him because he's over the target.
Do you think there's even a war going on out there?
No, not at all. The deep state has always made Putin to look like the bad guy.
That's convenient.
But he's a good guy.
Freedom!
This is getting insane!
Now, after we saw trucks occupying
I'm so sorry,
Ottawa
America.
for weeks, there's now a plan for truckers to converge on or near the U.S. Capitol, putting the region on alert.
They're protesting the national emergency declaration over COVID and vaccine mandates. Their website also says they want to restore
Gas station
the
shower, no
Constitution
shame.
and
We've all
rights,
done
which got
it.
us thinking about the Canadian truckers, who that country's government crushed.
You're not gonna ask me where we're at?
Where are we at?
We're in New Mexico. We're gaining on the People's Convoy.
Oh, yeah.
We're about 3 hours away from them right now.
Where are we walking to right now?
We're just walking around because that's what you're supposed to do during a monologue. You don't want to just stand still. Gotta kind of walk around. Gives like a real run-and-gun vibe. But we're meeting them in Elk City, Oklahoma, which is a small truck stop town west of Oklahoma City. I think we all want to be in Ukraine, but my passport's still in the mail. It arrives in 2 weeks. Once that comes, we're gonna. But right now, we're following the People's Convoy to DC. So right now we're like 4 miles outside of Elk City, Oklahoma, which is supposedly the midway point of the People's Convoy to D.C., which is pretty similar to what happened in Canada.
The federal government issued a clarification today on entry requirements for truckers. Truckers will have to be fully vaccinated to enter Canada.
Hundreds of semi-drivers converged on cities across Canada and shut down major international roadways.
From Michigan to New York, gridlock at the U.S.'s northern border. The resulting parts shortage already forcing...
Oh, come on, this was like 40 years ago.
GM to cancel shifts today.
But I haven't seen any trucks yet. Patriot!
Follow him.
Yeah.
Come and take it.
Ah, shit, he's going the other fucking way.
Hit it, you. Hey, where's everybody at?
They are over by Walmart.
Okay, thank you.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Walmart
All right,
party.
So here we are. We're in a nondescript dirt lot. There's about, I would say, 100 trucks and maybe like 15 buses and 40 cars.
Once you get this shot, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
It's already the ingredients are out there.
So we're at the official
Like instantaneously
Freedom
or over
Convoy 22
time?
merchandise store. There's this hat. It's $25. There's this sticker right here. It says,
You know
I
what?
did that.
Credit to you, Americans. Y'all knew to merchandise this right out of the gates. That was something that people didn't pick up until much too late in Canada, because there was a lot of opportunities. There was you could have made a whole line, shirts, flags, all that kind of stuff. People weren't really going for the sales right out of the gate, but you know, y'all are more industrious.
I'm not sure if it's a good or a bad thing, but this is a sticker from an anarcho-communist bookstore called AK Press that I got in Chico, California. Fucking taking it off.
Why?
Because it has the anarcho-communist flag on it. Basically the Gadsden flag of Antifa.
Do any of you want any Trump caps?
What do they say?
Trump?
You sure get some food?
Yeah, we did get some food a little bit earlier. We got some burritos at the gas
and
station.
it was delicious.
Thank you.
And the hot chocolate was just marvelous.
So anyway, I'm from Arizona, Oklahoma. We're 30 miles west of here. Thanksgiving is 2019.
I got no criticism for someone who takes that much joy in hot chocolate.
The oil field left Elk City, and this place went barren.
Hot
so our town
chocolate
went from about 1,200 to about 800.
The collapse of oil prices over the past 9 months has stunted economic growth throughout the oil industry, leading to the loss of numerous rigs, thousands of jobs, and billions of dollars from state and local economies. Places like Elk City have plenty of experience with both booms and busts.
Nothing's been happening out here. Nothing. The oil field shut the hell down. Right now, we are capitalizing on this movement. It's almost catharsis, where we're finally realizing that it doesn't matter what I earn. It really matters what I can give away. The news expects me to invest emotionally and spiritually into this Ukraine bullshit. My investing is into these issues that are happening right here.
The war in Ukraine has entered a new phase of brutality as Russia seems to be targeting civilians trying to flee their country.
President Biden today banned all imports of Russian energy into the U.S.
That means Russian oil will no longer be acceptable at U.S. ports.
Gasoline is now higher than it's ever been in the history of gasoline. A total boycott of Russian energy would cause an absolute global disaster. We'd be forced to make up the difference by getting more oil from other countries.
We buy oil from Iran now. Why the fuck are we buying oil from Iran? We have as much oil as the United Arab Emirates. The technology needs to take a giant leap forward. And where's the technology gone? The technology belongs to TikTok, and it belongs to motherfucking Facebook.
Get on Gab.
Get on what?
Get on Gab.
Why should I get on Gab?
It's free speech. Now, if you don't like something, move along. If you want to say something,
What's something I could say on Gab that I couldn't say anywhere else?
Oh no. I was like, oh no, fuck. Oh, thank you for censoring that. Part of me was like, I should probably put a stop to this right now. I kind of know where this one's going. But there you have it. There you have it. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. Woo. All right.
fuck you, bitch, cunt. You can also say, hey, I question the moon landing. I question anything.
You can say that on Twitter.
The flat earthers are rough in there.
The flat earthers are there?
Oh, yeah.
Flat gang, baby.
I'm Glowtar, but...
So, can we see the poem now, if you don't mind?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. This is the People's Freedom, and I was just kind of writing it. And Holy Spirit will download to me a first line.
Don't do hot chocolate, kids. Not even once.
Okay.
And then it just flows from there. Healing comes when we speak truth. And know It is God's word, manifest in everything we say as we take on all the tasks, as we journey forward without masks.
Yes.
Amen.
Thank you. I appreciate you sharing that with us. So what are you most looking forward to from the People's Convoy?
Moments like this, knowing that He is here and He put this together. We are here for a cause.
And what is the cause?
The cause is freedom for the people and coming back and taking our nation back.
How are we going to take it back? What's the plan whenever we all get to DC?
They're not telling us.
Convenient.
This is not a war of flesh. This is
Spiritual warfare.
And you know it.
I know what you mean.
There are a lot of people who don't know. You are under an anointing and under a destiny right here, right.
Well, I mean, like, you know, Andrew's been through a lot. Let's just say that. So this is not his first rodeo. So obviously, I think, like, if you had experienced, you know, back in the no gas, no brakes days, maybe he'd be a little bit more like, I'm not entirely sure what you're talking about. This sounds like utter lunacy. But like now, I'm like, yeah, no, I know what kind of ride I bought the ticket for.
Right now, you have glory in you that you haven't even met yet. You don't realize the beauty and the assignment that the Lord has for you, but He's coming on you so strong. He is going to come on you so mighty because you are going into your destiny. You are walking into your destiny and you are living love as you walk. You are seeking truth as you go. And I declare,
little God Bukake, why not?
You are finding your will.
You can be anything you want in life. You can be a basketball hoop.
Your way is the Father's way. And as you seek His heart, He is seeking yours even more. And He's going to bless you in greater ways than you can ever imagine.
Oh, it was a good day one. God damn.
Shit! We woke up too damn late now. Everybody's gone. So we planned to wake up in the morning and interview some more truckers, but we woke up at 11:30 and literally every single person is gone.
Oh, look, there's a guy here.
You had a rough night, looked like. Certainly did. Looked like some bitch fucked the dog shit out of you. Yeah. Anyway, have fun. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. These guys go 55 miles an hour and we go 85 in the left lane, so we should be on their tail in no time.
This is nice because I've paid zero attention to the convoy in the U.S. Been too preoccupied with other world affairs.
How do you feel about this town? I feel good. How do you feel about this town? I don't like it.
Channel 5, don't stop
Nice.
in Custer City. Fuck Custer City. The city's full of custers and nobodies. You are somebody. Much love and respect. And safe travels, 5 y'all. Oh.
What are you doing?
I'm a truck driver, and I was trying to catch the convoy, Freedom Convoy going through. They're ahead of me by 2.5 hours. Sure would be nice, be cool, because they're looking out for our freedom and our glory and everything else. Right now, you know, even with the fuel prices the way they are, it's a big concern. And that's the reason why this convoy is going up there. Not just because of the mandate.
Did you get the vaccine?
I did, yes. And I got the booster and I'm fine.
You got the booster?
Yes.
I haven't got that one yet.
I mean, you should. It's for everybody's health and everything else. I know there's companies that may shut down in Chicago. A lot of the distribution centers and stuff are shutting down.
Well, don't forget, this president likes to put names on lists.
I know. It's okay.
They elected a socialist government.
Yeah.
And we're reaping the results. We fought Russia. We fought China, North Korea. We fought all those right there in Vietnam. When I was 17.
Why'd you volunteer?
I believed in America, and I believed I could do something to help.
Was there ever a time you thought you might not make it home?
When I stepped through the pillar of an E2 Hawkeye, if your heart is right with the Lord, you can walk towards a person that's shooting bullets at you. And I've been there. That's all I can tell you.
Thank you for your service, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Have a good day,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thanks, man.
We're in Oklahoma City now. I haven't been here in a couple years, but last time I was here,
was when I was hitchhiking.
Well, yeah, and
like
you could also
18,
say that you fought
kind
the
of in middle of this
Vietnamese
journey, I
in the
spent a bunch of
Cold
time in
War, but
Oklahoma,
that's not
and that's
really.
where I made,
We
like,
fought
two of my best
Russia.
friends on
You
this
know,
whole trip.
it's an odd thing to
This
have
girl
worded
named
it that way.
Cassandra, and then this pedicab guy named Sherman.
I mean,
People
proxy
don't really
wars
think about cities like this as like
are a little
fun
different
places.
than direct conflicts.
So when you meet people who can make you have hella fun, and you realize that like being on the road's fun, and there are cool people like that everywhere, it kind of makes you want to keep going.
I actually haven't seen either of them in like maybe 5 or 6 years, but I know that Sherman works at a liquor store somewhere around here.
Sherman! How you doing? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it has. If I had to describe Andrew in 3 words, it would be smart, tall, and fast.
It's a good review.
I used to call him Sperman effing her. His name is Sherman effing her. Sperman effing her. Da, 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 da. Show me your dick, you know? That was my stick.
I miss you guys. Yeah, missed you too, dude. I don't think I've run that fast in my life since we ran from the cops or like the security guards that like, you remember when we I don't know about you, but I was fucking freaking out, dude. Like that we were gonna get.
My feet were like fucked up from that.
Dude, Andrew and I definitely smelled bad whenever we first met, for sure. It was summertime and in Tulsa, we were just like running around, dancing at bars, that kind of stuff. So yeah, you know, it's cool to see how he's matured.
He's famous now. And YouTube rich.
That's good.
It's not bad. Sorry, like, just have to take off.
It's good. Very good.
Have you
Well,
ever heard
you know now?
rap group that they all were in called?
No.
It was this.
Let's not talk about
Yes, Etherton 12. I understand that. My point being is that he said we fought Russia, we fought China. He's speaking about proxy wars. It's an odd way to like phrase that. Like that's like if you want to say like we fought the Vietnamese directly, that's one thing. But then you could also add, well, yes, but that was also a proxy war in amongst the Cold War. It seemed like an odd way for him to have worded those.
Best to just avoid.
It was fucking funny, man. The whole premise of this rap group are these boys, Sherman's friends, who talk about.
Give a dog a blowjob, yeah.
They put me on a track. I was the only girl to ever make a track.
Nutty on the dick, slutty on the dick,
Fuck
something
around
that.
and I'ma get.
That's what the tabloids are saying, Socialix.
That was her line.
I go nutty on the dick, slutty on the dick, fuck around and I'ma bust a nut on your shit, then twitch, and I'm off to the next, trying to find the best gay ass.
Something like that, yeah, for sure.
Was I the first girl that you ever felt like
What? We
sexual
got it
feelings?
on. Had the hots for you. Definitely was like making out with you. Stairwells, you know what I'm saying? In between like auditorium sessions or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
German class, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah. I was giving him a hand job in the back of class.
So, how many hand jobs? What's the total tally for lifetime Sherman hand jobs?
I don't know. Somewhere like over 25.
Old friends. Catching up with old friends,
We're on
you
the
know?
People's Convoy. They've been traveling from California since last week and are arriving in Veneta tonight. KOAM's Shannon Becker has more.
Oklahoma.
I believe the world is round. I'll say that. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
100%. I believe it's
Fuck
round.
yes.
I've been around it.
Based.
I believe it's round.
Yep.
But I will defend to my death, and
What?
I mean that sincerely.
What?
Take a fucking bullet in my head. I will defend to my death the right for someone
Okay.
who believes it's flat to do everything they can to sell
For
me
sure.
on that concept.
For sure.
Because they have the right to say the world is flat.
Amen.
Period. End of fucking story. And listen, if you want to do heroin, do heroin. If you want to take a jab, take a jab. You can do anything you want to do to your own body, but don't make.
First time I've heard the flat Earth defense. Well, I mean, okay, let's be real. He's not doing flat Earth defense. He's doing freedom of speech defense. But first time I've seen that gone all the way to doing hair on. You know, it's just like, you want to believe in flat Earth? Go ahead. God bless. You know, inshallah. But hey, you might as well just stick that needle right in your arm. Do that heroin if that's what you want to do. You got full on freedom.
Do something to my body with this screwed up morality that I'm doing it for others. The government should not be scared of the people, but
yeah,
should
I think it's
respect
libertarian
the
logic.
people and know that the people are in charge. We're in charge. They're not in charge. We're in charge per our Constitution.
Bright and early, baby. Hey, you guys. Why everybody leave so early?
Because they're running the 2 lanes.
Oh, okay.
I think they're running the 2 lanes.
And then don't your toes get cold?
No.
Don't your toes get cold?
Brother, shit. They're used to it up.
That was a really bad reason. It's like a warm state.
Yeah. Grapes a good morning snack? Yeah. Grapes are good. You guys like grapes? No, I want a sandy. Sando.
Don't feed grapes to dogs. That'll make the dogs sick.
3 Shandos.
Everybody tell her I'm sinning, but I hope that she see the best in me. That she feeling the kid I can get it. That she feeling I wish you could have taste. You should have.
We just pulled over on the side of the road in Oklahoma. There's some people up there who are encouraging the convoy, so we're gonna go talk to them to figure out what's on their mind.
Is that good?
Ooh.
I've got 3 family members that own trucking companies. And you know, right now they're having a hard time with the high fuel prices and the price of inflation just operating as a company. You know, they're small businesses. I think more people ought to get behind them. You know, this country's got some problems. I believe this is still the greatest country there is, but I think we need to agree to disagree more.
Are you a police officer?
Yes, sir. I'm Chief of Police, Fairland Police Department.
How come you don't arrest the guy whose hoodie says outlaw and the back of his hat says wanted?
Well, I know that guy very well, actually. He is an outlaw, but he's a good outlaw that way. So,
So he's not actively wanted for anything.
No, he's not actively wanted for anything. Well, maybe for his bad welding. You might ask him about that. We have a really good community, so I can't complain much.
A lot of people here respect the police.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Fuck the police. These tyrants behind us. They gave you an interview.
Whoa! Didn't expect that one coming out of nowhere.
So you don't like the police?
I don't like them. I cop watch because I'm an American and the police violate people's rights every day.
Cop watches?
I follow them around Ottawa County, and they violate people's rights, and that's why we're having this convoy right now, is for our rights.
Are you a Trump supporter?
He can grab me in my pussy anytime.
You don't back the blue?
No, I don't.
I'm getting a lot of mixed messages over here. It's kind of confusing. Hard to really pin down the ideology, if I'm being totally frank. And normally it's not that difficult.
Seems like a lot of people in the convoy do.
Yeah, I noticed that. Everybody here is a bootlicker or a deep throater, you know what I'm saying? I support the truckers.
We're so proud of them. I'm glad they're standing up for freedom. We're losing our freedom.
How come?
Oh, mandates and everything else. Inflation, fuel prices for these truckers is outrageous. It just makes no sense.
Mandates? How bad were the mandates in Oklahoma? Because even here in Canada, I mean, they're lifting everything. British Columbia, we're going to be lifting, mask mandates, vaccine mandates. There's going to be very little left. I can't imagine it was that bad in Oklahoma. I don't think your freedoms were taken out from under you.
So how has the price of fuel affected people's livelihood around here?
We buy off-road diesel for farming use. It is doubled almost, and we put $100 in our pickup every 3 days to go feed cattle. And if they would open up the XL Keystone pipeline, that's the best way to shut Russia down, is use our own oil. I mean, this don't make no sense. Thank you.
No, I'll check it later, Jess. Thanks.
Another thing is I resent the national media ignoring all of this and many other serious issues.
Trucker convoy, dead stop traffic, baby. Can't stop the news.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Hell yeah.
You doing good? Are you with the convoy?
No, I got a delivery to make.
Oh, actual truckers.
Hey, dude! Hey, dude! Hey, dude!
I'm a professional truck driver. I've been over the road for only 5 years, and to be a part of this is...
Oh yeah, you've had a lot of sunlight in your face.
It brought tears to my eyes because, again, America's finally coming together for something.
To you, what is the People's Convoy all about?
Freedom. That's what our military did for us, freedom. So the truckers are doing it.
When people hear freedom, a lot of times I think it's the right to do what they want to do. But true freedom is the right to do what you ought to do.
Oh, cool. Interesting.
What people ought to do?
Help people be free.
Oh.
We didn't used to let things
Axioms
happen.
grounded.
We used to take care of bullies.
Like when?
Like when? Like in Germany? Right? Back in the old days? I mean, did you guys watch any John Wayne Westerns or John Wayne military movies?
I've seen a couple.
Yeah. I mean, it's...
World War II. Or maybe she's talking about the Kaiser, I don't know.
It's not fair what's happening in the world.
Hitler was a bully.
People's Convoy, Day 3.
What's your favorite cartoons?
Phineas and Ferb, The Garfield Show.
How would you feel if Fortnite got taken offline forever?
I would cry for the rest of my life.
What's up, little man?
Damn, don't take away the kids' Fortnite.
Going home.
Why?
I'm cold.
What's your favorite thing to do when you're home?
Play Fortnite.
What's your favorite Fortnite dance?
The floss.
Pretty
It's called the
awesome.
floss?
Yeah.
Thanks, man. What's on your mind?
I'm just happy to be here.
How do you feel about trucks?
They're awesome.
What's your favorite kind of truck?
GMC trucks.
My man. What's up, dude?
What's up?
What are you thinking about?
Trucks.
You like trucks?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're big and they're cool.
What's the coolest thing about a truck?
That they're big and cool.
How do you feel?
I see people saying, like, leave the kids alone. At the end of the day, Andrew's, like, he's not an asshole. He's not, like, treating them the same way he's treating everyone else. He's not trying to, he's just trying to get, like, cute little clips out of them. He's not like, let's wait and see how many flat earth conspiracy theories I can get these kids to talk about.
About COVID?
It sucks.
Oh, he would have had to, Roller. Channel this big? Yeah, you gotta get permission.
These big rigs have a lot to say. I'm seeing a lot of trucks. I'm hearing a lot of horns. The convoy has arrived. They're flying down the freeway at 45 miles an hour. This is a slow roll trucker protest, baby. Can I get a fuck Joe Biden? All right, we finally caught these bastards. Here we are. We're in Missouri. It's the trucker convoy. There's fucking hundreds of them. They're rolling.
Dude! Bro! Fantastic Caverns, next exit!
Oh, you gotta go.
Fantastic Caverns! Yes! Yeah, buddy! Yes!
Fantastic Caverns.
What?
Fantastic Caverns.
Yes! 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 Yes,
buddy.
Yes, baby!
All right, we're pretty deep in traffic now on the People's Convoy going toward Indianapolis, but we need a little breath of fresh air, so we're gonna go to the Fantastic Caverns at exit 79 on Interstate 44.
We're getting close, fellas. We're getting close. Have you guys ever been to the Caverns before?
Fantastic Caverns?
Yeah. Can you tell us about it?
It's got a pretty cool train ride through it.
What?
Are you guys gonna go do it?
I've never been, but we're trying to go to the Fantastic Caverns.
Yeah, I took my daughter there earlier this year.
Okay, what can we expect to see at the Fantastic Caverns?
It's a pretty good little tour, guided tour through it, but it's a nice little train ride. Probably takes like an hour and a half.
That's a long time.
I would do it.
Is it a cavern?
Yeah.
Is it fantastic?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys have fun.
Thanks, man. Maybe. Oh, look, dude. Oh, fuck. We're so fucking close, bro.
I'm concerned that Fantastic Caverns is for babies.
I also think they're hyping up something that's going to be very mediocre at the end of the day.
No.
This is it?
This looks like a tech campus. This looks like a shitty corporate parking.
Okay, 3 adults gonna be $95.37.
Do you think there's a cavern specialist on site that we could talk to?
I mean, your tour guide.
Oh, okay. Cool. So what's so fantastic about these caverns?
This is the only one in America that you get to ride through, and you get to. We've been doing it since 1962.
Lance pre-watch, I will always tell you, I will always be honest, I have pre-watch content. I have not pre-watched this in any way. I'm giving you 100% unadulterated, pure, undistilled React Andy, okay? It's coming to you without any filters, without anything. But also it's pretty fucking obvious considering how much hype they're doing and building towards something. Like, how exciting is Fantastic Caverns actually going to be? I don't know. Maybe I'm totally off base. Maybe something wild happens here and there's like an explosion in the caverns or something like that. I don't know.
The easy way to see the cave. You're going to be on the tram the entire time.
Would you mind if we put a microphone on you so that we can record for the YouTube channel?
If you want to.
Are you excited? I'm super excited.
We're going to go down here a little bit and we're going to talk about the different formations that are in this cave and how they're actually formed here in the Ozarks. So hang on tight. We'll come down here and talk about stalagmites and stalactites. This is a stalagmite, a stalactite. Now they both grow, as you can see, one drip at a time, from the ceiling to the stalagmite.
Actually not horrible.
And the way that happens is when the water goes through the limestone ceiling,
it's got a decent speed to it.
It pulls the minerals of the limestone out of the rock, and that's calcite. As the water gets into the cave, it begins to evaporate almost immediately.
Ask him for the mic and tell him we have an emergency. We need to get the fuck out of here. This is so goddamn boring.
Clearly they do not agree. Maybe it's different IRL. Wait, are they doing sermons? Okay, no, that's really weird. I got weird real fast. No, we have to know. You better be naked. I don't even care about the TOS. Oh man, rip.
It's day 4 of the People's Convoy. We're in St. Louis, Missouri, so I think we're gonna go check up on the progress of the Uhuru basketball court. A lot of you may not know about the Uhuru basketball court, but our friend Saddam about 2 months ago went to a reparations march in Oakland. That was
that
hosted
episode
by an
is so
organization
funny.
called Uhuru Solidarity, which has the slogan, "White Solidarity with Black Power."
As white people, we have always upheld the lie that America is the home of freedom and democracy.
I love it.
But the reality is very different.
Long before Trump and the cries of fascism, African people were catching hell.
Something is wrong with this reality.
And they were in Oakland, in West Oakland specifically, collecting reparations from other white people.
I'm a descendant of settlers, and I believe in reparations in order to heal our nation.
To fund a basketball court here in St. Louis, Missouri. So we're
Still
gonna
hate
go to
that
the
episode,
basketball
Wilco?
court,
Really?
host Site, see what's going on, and see if we can ball up. Looks like nothing has been built quite yet.
The People's Convoy traveled from Missouri to Morgan County today. WRTV's Amber Grigley met up with the group in Monrovia to learn about the message they are bringing to the Capitol.
Mischaracterized the Blacklight organization. Ah, okay. But was ripping into the white liberals still accurate? I thought that part was good.
How's it going?
So you guys are all the way from California.
Yeah.
If you want to save a couple bucks, there's a guy giving away free sandwiches and chips and drinks all the way at the front.
Awesome.
Save a couple bucks.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
You guys be safe.
Thanks. Look, ask me.
Friendly?
Like, pretty loud.
How are you doing?
One more time.
What's on your mind?
Ask me how I'm doing.
How are you doing?
I mean, I have antsies in my pantsies because I want the real McCoy. You know what I mean? Do you guys know what I mean? I want to interview like the actual organizers, like not just like all these people like with the convoy. I want to talk to the people who actually set this whole thing up.
Should get you in touch with Patrick King.
Oh, shit. Get down, Willie Brown. How you guys doing, man? Here's all our people right here.
Good to see you, man.
You too, Andrew. How are you? Hey, good to see you. Kobe Bryant was assassinated by the Quins. Here we are, Channel 5 live worldwide. Hollywood
I remember
and
this
You know
guy.
what color this is?
What is that?
Radioactive.
That's the name of the color?
No, I named it. You hear all this, man. This is great. Look at all the flags. Look at all the flags blowing right over here. Look at all the flags blowing right here.
I see 3 bangers, 4 bangers.
They had 3-banger, 4-banger, 5-banger, but those are all just on the plastic poles, not those Sherman-Williams extendable paint poles.
Wait, hold on. Holy shit. There's a lot of variations of the snack. I'm not entirely sure what just the gun with the writing at the bottom is. This one's made out of guns. A lot of Trump flags. Giant Let's Go Brandon. These ones are huge. That's like industrial size. There's a big Let's Go Brandon. Got some blue line. Thin blue line. Thin red line. Now, this could be a Confederate flag or like a variation of a Confederate flag. For sure. That is so much flag.
3-banger, 4-banger, 5-banger, but those are all just on the plastic poles, not those Sherman-Williams extendable paint poles. However, what I would like to see is maybe a little chokehold on DC and maybe shut it down like Ottawa did up in Canada.
What do you think about what's going on in Ukraine right now?
What I think is going on in Ukraine right now is that people need to understand it's not an invasion. It's targeted military action by Putin. As he's trying to take down these America designed and built and run bioweapons labs where they're...
Wow! This is basically Jackson Hinkle, infrared, all packaged into one giant Glenn Greenwald of misinformation, but just, distilled and put out there for all of you to enjoy. Awesome. Well, I'm glad to know, now we know where they're getting all their information from. And Putin.
Creating viruses. It's basically Wuhan times 20.
They can easily fake a war if they wanted to. All they would do is just film a few things and then put out in the news what they want. The media.
Definitely, yeah. It's pretty easy to stage everything, if you want to shell entire cities, level some apartment buildings, blow up some hospitals, kindergartens, all that kind of stuff. But I mean, it's really just a bunch of crisis actors and some pretty good, well-placed special effects.
It's totally corrupt. You can't trust the media.
Are you aware that the majority of the pictures that they've been showing regarding the alleged war are unrelated to Ukraine?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Does your boyfriend have the same political affiliations as you?
Yes.
Good.
Hey,
sounds like a good guy.
Tell him to come over here.
What's his name?
What kind of boyfriend?
He's
come on over.
Come here. He's camera shy.
Come and say hi.
Oh my. Here we go.
How you doing, man? What kind of music do you make?
Hair metal type stuff.
What do you think about what's going on over in Ukraine?
Don't trust the media about whatever they spin on it, but I mean, you look at certain things like we shouldn't have anything to do with it at all. Let them figure out their own mess.
Yeah, very Tommy
Putin is
Wiseau
doing the
vibes.
right thing. He's taken out the Syrian mafia. The man's not an evil man. Here's the thing: the media is doing what they're doing and sharing excuse my French, the crap about him because he's over the target.
Do you think there's even a war going on out there?
No, not at all.
It's confusing to me because it seemed like just 6 to 8 months ago, people talked about Putin like he was a socialist, communist dictator. And now it seems that people are pretty sympathetic and supportive of Putin. Why has this change occurred?
Well, the deep state,
of course,
has always made Putin to look like the bad guy.
Right.
But he's a good guy. He's taken out all the biolabs. child
More
trafficking
biolabs.
areas,
Nice.
adrenochrome harvesting areas.
By the way,
If
you know
would-
earlier when I was saying that I was kind of just doing like a light debunking of all that weird shit that Has and all those other people have been spewing about these like DNA targeting ethnic bioweapons being created by the US and Ukrainian government and all that kind of shit, and then showing that it had a lot of overlap with the QAnon crowd. Like here it is in real time, manifesting itself. Like you can definitely tell a lot of the same people who would be pretty eager to tell you about how you know, there's a certain amount of liberal Hollywood elites who enjoy cannibalizing on children in order to get their adrenochrome, were it not be for the one white savior of America who's come here to usher in a new age of blah blah blah. Yeah, the same ones are now kind of talking about how there is, of course, these biolabs that we need to concern ourselves about, and of course don't forget about the staged war that is taking place as well.
Watched when Trump came into office right at the beginning. When you saw them hand that soccer ball off, that soccer ball had so much information in it to take down everybody that Putin.
Wait. Do you mean that literally? Or like, what's... Is it that like is DNA imprinted upon it, or is it the fingerprints, or do you think it's got like microchips inside? Is it a literal orb? Can it tell the future? Okay, that one I love. That one's great.
He's been getting all the intel on for years. It had a lot of data in it. And that's what's going on. I hate the fact that people are dying over this, World War III, but unfortunately...
Oh, so you think at least that's
Can you tell us about your shirt?
Well, I got woken up in the middle of the night just before Halloween and was told that I needed to go to Dallas.
It was a very strange scene in Dallas yesterday. QAnon believers lined up on the grassy knoll. You guys know this grassy knoll. It's the site of the JFK assassination. They believed that the president's late son, JFK Jr., would miraculously appear and that he would help Donald Trump take back power and agree to be his running mate. In case you don't remember, JFK Jr. died tragically in 1999, of course, in a terrible plane crash with his wife and her sister, Carolyn Bessette.
Didn't he die a long time ago?
Well,
did he?
They had to fake his death because the Hillary wanted him dead. And so JFK Jr. was there.
Really?
Yes, he was there.
Did you see him?
Yes. I can't go into a whole lot of detail.
You don't sound...
That's interesting, that one there. I don't know whether he like didn't and wants to believe it, or it was so profound that it's bringing him to almost tears, like emotion, because he was there and I felt him. Or maybe he's like transcending reality itself. I can't tell. I can't get a read on this one.
I'm super sure about that, I'm not gonna lie.
Freedom!
We're here backstage at this facility of the People's Convoy. We're going to go talk to the chief organizer, who's an attorney named Lee Dundas.
Lee Dundas, attorney. I was kicked out of Sprouts last night. I was not allowed to buy food for my family in Orange County, California, notwithstanding the fact I have a medical exemption.
I actually interviewed her 2 years ago at the first coronavirus lockdown protest at the Sacramento Capitol.
Prolonged lockdown basically is slavery.
Do you feel
I
enslaved?
remember this.
I do. I'm a type
Yeah.
A lawyer, and I am bouncing off the walls of my living room because I can't go out.
We'll see if she recognizes me or what happens.
That's got to be a fun family environment.
Kind of guilty as charged on that one.
Hey, Lee, now are you going to go back to the hotel, or do you want to chat Andrew real quick for a couple minutes?
Yeah,
or?
I can chat really quick.
Hey, Andrew, good to meet you.
Andrew Cannon,
How you
Channel
doing?
5 News, you too.
So for those who don't know, can you tell us your name and how you're involved in the People's Convoy?
Sure. My name is Lee Dundas. I'm a human rights attorney from California, and I got a call from some of the truckers a while ago, and they were saying, hey, it's been 2 years. We kind of feel like it's time to be done. You know, there's medicines and protocols out there. They've dropped the case numbers. We just need to go back to work, unfettered, no restrictions, no mandates, get rid of these abusive states of emergency that Congress nationally and the executive branches and some of the states have been declaring. And
It's kind of wild watching this on the tail end of COVID. So if you didn't know, I've had COVID this past week, and like I'm triple vaxxed, and so like it was shitty. It was like a speed run of disease. Yeah. Oh shit! What up, Trihex? Good to see ya. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello. Yeah, we're watching the USA. This is like a spin-off. It feels like a spin-off of a Canadian disaster. You got a really shitty Canadian franchise, not one that any reasonable person would look at and be like, hey, why don't we turn this into like a full-on spin-off in the US of A? But yeah, this is the world we live in. This is it. I've had COVID this week, and the best way I can describe it is like a speed run of shittiness. In that, like, one moment you'll have a fever, next moment you'll be dry heaving, moment after that you'll be dry coughing, moment after that you'll be like snurfles and all this kind of stuff. But it all happened so fast. It was like over the course of 2 days, it was kind of like, ooh, I'm cold. And then like I guess I'm on day 3 or 4 now. I'm mostly fine except for like a little bit of a rattle. And that was on three doses. I'm double vaxxed and boosted, to say the least. So like, I can't imagine what these people are basically advocating for in this is that they want an end to everything. And I don't even know how much mandates y'all had, but they're like an end to no vaccines, no masks, no social distancing, I guess no plexiglass or anything. Like that BA2 subvariant, that is going to be that's going to be a reckoning. And I don't think any of us are going to pay attention to it too, because no one's paying attention to it anymore. It's over. It's over now, Did I pick up Rona while I was frolicking in the woods? Yeah, I was hanging out with some friends, and one of them came back and was like, oh, I just tested positive for Corona. And I was like, oh, God, no, I guess I got to get tested too. And yeah, I was exposed by hanging out with friends over the weekend, and I wouldn't change it for a thing, okay? It was amazing going into a cabin in the woods and hanging out with a bunch of old friends and drinking and then running around in the trees and being free, having true freedom,
We want to take this message peacefully from coast to coast. And I said, I'm 100% down with that. I agree 100% with your message. How can I serve? Right. So we've just been helping them.
I can't possibly answer that Twitch bite.
Skill sets and other tangibles that they need.
Right. How have the mandates affected truckers specifically?
Initially Trudeau closed down the border to any transnational movement of international long-haul truckers that were carrying goods. If they weren't vaccinated, he made it almost impossible to get over the border, which was a really stupid move in the middle of negative 32-degree January winter in Canada, because they rely more on
that
us
only came into effect
and then Biden
recently.
followed a week later with a matching set of rules from our side. So it essentially closed the border to anybody who was unvaccinated.
What fraction of truckers do you think are unvaccinated?
I don't know, but I heard
50 to 60% of truckers in America are fully vaccinated? Wow. In Canada, it's 90%.
The other night from one of the truckers that 87% are mom and pops. They're not big corporate truckers. 87% of truckers in America are not working for big corporations.
So I heard someone randomly talking about this. I haven't verified if it's real or not, but apparently, based on someone's random comment, 87% of truckers are small mom and pop operations. So there's a factoid for you.
Like FedEx or like the big, transportation companies. They're mom and pop independent contractor guys hauling their loads down the road.
9% are independent. Wow. That's brutal.
And I can tell you that regardless of vaccine status, most of those guys are against the mandate.
So what's the plan when we get to D.C.?
We're not going to D.C. for obvious reasons. We're going toward D.C. and into an area that's probably a little more hospitable than D.C. has been. And I think the plan at that point is to reassess as we get near to there and see what next steps are. If administrations are lifting mandates and starting to loosen restrictions and going in the right direction, that'll probably bode for...
What kind of delusions do you have? Like, this is outrageous. Do you think your small grouping of like 100 trucks is going to suddenly make these non-existent mandates disappear? I mean, yeah, I guess you're targeting the mandates that don't really exist or are in place, so you won, essentially.
One path versus another path. But I want to reiterate...
I miss doing that sort of stuff. I've had thyroid cancer twice. Oh, shit, I'm sorry to hear that.
Is 100% peaceful.
That's brutal.
Right. What are your thoughts about what's going on in Ukraine right now?
I think the timing is very interesting that, I'm sure if I were a sitting president in America And I looked at what happened to Trudeau in Canada and him trying to write it off as a fringe small minority, only to have 50,000 trucks going and, be a laughing stock amongst his own people. And I would be saying things like,
maybe 700
I
to
think
1,000
the truckers
tops.
are infiltrated and they're not really going to get here. And we're going to have a huge response in D.C. to dissuade anybody from coming. And then, wow, look, Russia and Ukraine. Look at that going off.
How do you guys raise funds for this whole thing?
It's thepeoplesconvoy.org and the good, law-abiding, God-fearing, freedom-loving Americans who
do you
want
think
to
it's a
support
false
them, and
flag
all stripes,
war?
all races, all creeds.
Pretty
They've
big
been going there
scale
to
false
donate,
flag operation.
And they can do that, or a lot of the folks just come out to these rallies, like the one we're having tonight, and they just stuff cash in the kitty for the truckers to put fuel in their tanks.
Are you an American?
Also, man, what a racket. What a fucking racket, you know? Like, I'm sure as soon as they saw what happened in Canada, where it's like, they raised $10 million. Seriously? $10 million? Holy fuck. Okay, well then, we're a freedom trucker rally too. Hell, all of them are. Yeah, let's do it.
Do you believe in freedom? And are you freaking willing to fight for it? Yes! Peacefully.
Thank you.
Peacefully, because I know we're on the radar of every triple letter organization from coast to coast right now.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I got friends that are from Ukraine and Russia.
It's
not a good guy, bad guy story. It's like all bad players.
Yeah.
What's the solution?
For sure.
The solution really is the gospel of Jesus Christ.
But it seems like Russia's definitely being the antagonist, right?
It seems like it, yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. My pleasure. God bless you.
Same to you. Can I ask you what you think about what's going on in Ukraine right now?
Well, what we do know is that Vladimir Putin is against the Bilderberg Group, and he's against the Rockefellers, and he's virtually against
rural America. What is going on? What is? I don't understand. I don't like. Random stranger off the street. You know. What are your thoughts on this? What do you have to say about this? Well, if you did ask me on this geopolitical subject, my God.
the Rothschilds. So what happens when Soros infiltrates your country?
Like, he's going right to the Jewish conspiracy theories. God damn. Didn't waste any time at all.
You stand up to it. Yeah. Soros has infiltrated our country. What Putin is not allowing is Soros to infiltrate his country.
Freedom! Freedom! These truckers are fighting for freedom, but make no damn mistake, they are fighting for something even more, even greater than that, and that is the right to be free from totalitarian takeover, and don't you forget it!
Okay, let's get that sentence down. They're fighting for freedom, but they're fighting for something even greater than that. For the freedom to be free from totalitarian regimes. I think that one is included in the first one. I assume so. I don't know. I mean, freedom means different things to a lot of different people.
God bless them!
Oh, look. This is fucking dope, man. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Oh, look, it's us.
Happy camper.
It's all loaded.
I'm gonna wear this and pinch people and ask for kisses.
Good evening, Matthew. Yeah, we're sitting right near the entrance to the Hagerstown Speedway, and we can see people continuing to file in here. Very big crowd that they're expecting to be a part of this convoy. And tonight, kind of that last full night that they can all get together here at Hagerstown Speedway.
All right, we're here now in Hagerstown, Maryland, about an hour outside of D.C. This was supposed to be the final checkpoint before all the truckers and the convoy goes to D.C. But I think people are going to stop for a day or two and figure out exactly how this is going to go down.
The vibe that we're getting here is
is amazing. If you're talking about this, another January 6th, this is it, man.
So what are you guys doing?
Come on in.
Oh, we're doing our live stream. You want to join?
I'll say hi.
All right, say hi.
Hey, Kelly J. Patriot from Southern California here, out in lovely Hagerstown,
That's right.
Maryland. So next Friday and Saturday, we'll be in San Diego doing the Reawaken America event. The Clay Clark,
Yes.
General Flynn, Mike Lindell, all the frontline doctors. Epoch Times seeks the truth, and I even have some of my friends at Channel 5. We've been working on them to spread the truth a little bit and doing a little political stuff with Kelly J. Patriot here.
Who's Kelly J. Patriot?
Kelly J. Patriot is a friend of a guy I know by the name of Kelly Johnson, who, not an alter ego, but it's just me. It's been like 2 years of Opposite Day and Groundhog Day all at once. So in any case, hey, the point being, this is all about the truckers. Canada started it. The United States is going to finish it, and more people need to come back to the Lord. That's where we need to be. I mentioned to you, I think, before, Andrew, but I have a condition. I don't know if I ever told you about this.
What's the condition?
I have ADED.
What's that?
Love, honor, and protected by the Lord all day, every day. ADED, all day, every day. We need more people. I also have a heart condition, too. I don't know if I ever told you about that.
What's that?
I have an FSR. An FSR heart condition. Heard of that?
Please tell me.
I have a fierce, strong, and resurrected heart right here. God bless America. Jess, good seeing you guys.
Thank you.
Kelly.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Interviewers interviewing interviewers. Interviewers interviewing interviewers. Round 2.
All right, guys, we are at the Capitol right now. We're gonna go back in. Got nice. I'm the only one with a shield, so I don't know why no one else brought a shield, but I brought one just in case.
Jesus.
Make sure if you ever take over the Capitol or any other big place, make sure you bring a shield. You can't get this anywhere except for the cops' hands. It's unbelievable what's going on out here.
It's crazy what's going on. What's going on?
I don't know, a lot of trucks coming out here. They look like they're all drunk. I tell you one thing, they're still coming in, and I'm wondering what's inside these trucks. That's the question, Andrew.
Flags and hats.
I don't know.
It's not from China.
I'm hoping it's metal. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
You know what I'm talking about. I mean, you know, the
guns?
You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What's your dream for DC?
Oh, my dream. You really want to know? I'll tell you what it is.
he just straight on want like a violent revolutionary war to take place. Just civil war. Civil war. That's where I'm gonna violence. I choose violence.
My dream is to see the U.S. Army go in there with the veterans and get rid of Biden and Obama. You know, Obama's like what, really doing it, right?
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
bring
of course.
Trump back in
Cool.
and take over the White House. That's right. That's the dream, and that's what should have happened because they stole their fucking election.
What do you think's gonna happen whenever all these truckers like make their way to DC?
I think a lot of people are going to commit to go around the Beltway because they're maybe a little scared to go in DC. Look what happened with Canada. I mean, Canada, they shut down your bank accounts, they arrested you. I don't know. I feel like that's what they think that's going to happen to them, if you think about it. Other than that, they're waiting for them. We were just in DC for the past 3 or 4 days, and you got military, police all over the place. They got snow, they got plow trucks ready to go to block traffic. So,
How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good. We're just talking to people trying to figure out what the plan is from here on.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Do we have media amongst us? Please tell me what media group you guys are with.
We're an independent YouTube channel called Channel 5.
Okay, Channel 5, nothing to do with Channel 5 from Boston, Massachusetts?
No, we live in an RV together as 3 guys.
So the question is,
what's the plan now?
As far as this convoy, Freedom Convoy 22, going into DC?
Yeah.
What's the actual plan? Why are we here? To stop medical tyranny in this country.
No, totally. I mean, like, on the schedule it said tomorrow we're supposed to go to DC, but I'm hearing now.
Lee Dundas? And the retired generals with the logistics that are actually organizing this. The latest we heard, we're going to go around the belt.
It could be the editing, or maybe it's the music, but like every single time they get to one of the actual people who's talking about the organization, they all seem so frightening. Just kind of like, it seems like someone just like on the edge every time. Just like, I'm at my wit's end, and I'm ready to do something. I don't know what it is, but it's going to happen.
Around DC, staying out of D.C., the District of Columbia, which has nothing to do with this country. This is almost like a tactical warfare that we're doing.
The day of January 6th, there was a motorcade of Antifa that came up in white freaking buses and
Fucking
got
Antifa.
out of the buses.
It's always
it was
Antifa.
fucking planned.
Fuck.
And we're afraid of these infiltrators because it happened on January 6th. I was there.
Was that Charlie Kirk? Did Charlie Kirk bring in the buses of the Antifa? Is that what happened? Fucking Antifa. Just never leave well enough alone, you know?
People's Convoy, final day. We're here. What are they gonna do? I guess we'll see.
Kid Rock! Woo!
Yeah, my prediction is...
We the people!
Hell yeah! Yeah. Fuck your vaccine passport. Your QC
Can I ask you
codes.
what the plan is for today?
Yeah.
What's the plan?
Get it done.
Get it done.
Done.
Fuck yeah.
The plan is about to be told here in about 5 minutes.
What do you hope
Oh,
they
okay,
say?
cool.
I hope they say, let's go drive around the Beltway at least once. What we're here for is freedom. What we're here for is to take down the Emergency Powers Act. What we're here for is accountability, not just for the economic damage that was done to America, but for individual damages that were done by this freaking jab.
So what's the plan?
I have no idea. I mean, I'm just here, and whatever they tell me to do, I just do. You know, I mean, I'm here for
Makes
to
it
stand
easy.
up for freedom, and that's what I'm here for. I come from Missouri, so I came down here on $200, and that was it. I don't know. I just go along with what needs to be done.
Would you say that you're more of a leader or a follower?
I'm actually book smart and street smart. So I've lived on the streets most of my life, but I've been to school. If you speak from the heart, you always tell the truth.
True, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
How you doing, man? Good to
Good,
see you.
good to see you
I figured
too,
you guys
man.
would be down here. I
I
got a
know.
park too. Do you want? I'll go park where you're at.
Okay, follow me.
Good morning. Freedom!
You want to go ambush Evan? Evan's talking to a Proud Boy right now, so we can't.
Oh, we got the Proud Boys.
Look at him.
I'm a Dayton Proud Boy. Dayton chapter. Great bunch of guys. The Proud Boys get a bad rap. Are there racists in the Proud Boys? Yeah, probably. I was dating a lady from the Dominican Republic when I pledged.
Oh,
And
nice. Oh, okay. Well, you can't be racist then. Yeah, of course. No, I mean, the penis is never racist. Remember that.
accepted her and me with open arms, you know. We got one chapter who the president is gay. Basically what the Proud Boys are.
So they're not homophobes either.
Guys being guys.
Were you in a frat in college?
No.
Would you consider yourself like a late bloomer then?
In every single way of that word. There are things I disagree with, like gay marriage, you know. I disagree with that on a biblical basis.
Yeah, of course.
But we're going to peacefully drive around Washington, D.C. today.
At this point, they have military generals involved in the actual planning. So this is basically a military operation. If they're going to have this kind of power and force and metal and these trucks and the patriots and the people, this is an early stage of warfare.
These are just a lot of words.
We're not there to block traffic. We're not there to cause havoc. We're just there to say, hey, we're here.
How are we going to make a statement without blocking traffic?
But that's not the main purpose. You know, when a country starts acting goofy, we start moving fleets in. You know, are they there to fight? Possibly. I'm saying to the Proud Boy from Ohio.
They work for us.
Today's delay was based on convoy security concerns. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was concerns of reports that we were getting last night coming in here. There were concerns about people trying to come into the gate that didn't belong here, if you know what I mean. This is the people's convoy. This is for the people.
What?
How did we stand?
How did we talk? Over the next several hours, lots of planning is going to be occurring behind the scenes.
So Lee Dundas, who's been one of the main leaders with Brian Brossi since the inception, apparently it came to a head earlier this week, and Lee's no longer involved with the convoy. And apparently I heard that she didn't want anything to do with DC. Maybe she thought they were going to get a little warm, a little close, and she just didn't want to be involved in that. Once again,
was she involved in the fundraising? Does she have access to the money?
She supported it. She came out the whole way. We saw her in Indianapolis. You interviewed her there. And
it just seems crazy and a little bit somewhat suspicious, maybe I'm wrong, that Lee brought us all here. Up to this point, we're so close to DC, and now Lee's gone.
It is what it is, and
I'm glad to see that if you franchise a shitty idea out of Canada and it makes its way to the United States, it's obviously going to be a little bit louder, a little bit more exciting, probably some more firearms, a little bit more energy, all that kind of stuff. But the same grifters are still going to grift along the way. Kind of seems like that doesn't change, no matter what else does, you know?
In war, you lose a corporal, you lose a sergeant, you lose a general. Everybody else keeps going.
Now, there's been concerns about four-ways blinking because it's hard. Brake lights. For whatever reason, if you got your four-ways on, you can't see brake lights. If you could please throw on your four-ways, then do your lane change and get out of the convoy. So for anybody out there in the world thinking that you're going to interfere with this convoy, just know you are being watched.
What did you mean by certain people can't come?
When they get in front of you and slam on the brake, that's a good indication that they're trying to interfere. We're moving 55 miles per hour. We're going slower than anybody else on the beltways.
Why are we going so slow?
Why? We went 45 miles per hour all the way across this country. Not to mention, we're not here just to go for a joyride. We're out here to make a statement. So doing 65, 70 mile an hour doesn't tell anybody nothing. So we're going slow, and we're taking 2 lanes up to let the world know we're here and we mean business.
Road trucker protest, final day. We're headed to DC. Lee Dundas is gone. Kelly says the military is working with us, but
nothing screams confidence like having 2 questions asked at you and then suddenly being like, "Whoa, what the fuck? Is this a dissenting opinion?"
Yeah, I don't know.
Evan asked why they're going so slow. We're hitting the freeway. Here we go.
Going 45 miles per hour on the freeway.
I am tired of talking to patriots and Proud Boys and truckers, but, you know, I tried to hear them out. There were some good points. Oil is expensive. Gas is expensive. They're pissed off and they love freedom. And they're working with the police and the military.
They're working with the police and the military to take down the government.
They're working with the police and the military to take down the government.
Arrest Fauci for crimes against humanity.
Wait, dab again.
Yeah, dude.
Double
We're
dab.
saving America.
I'm here with the homie Ron. A lot of people don't know Ron yet, but you guys should because he helped us film a ton of our movie.
Hey boys, what we getting ready to do?
Stop the fucking steal.
Watch your step.
Hopefully it'll come out soon. It's in the final stages of post-production. Right now, Tim and Eric and are working on packaging that up and distributing it and figuring out where to put it, whether it's theaters or streaming or whatever. So Ron's been doing a lot of different shit. He also was at the Canadian protests in Ottawa. How do you feel about what you've seen so far here, man?
No, man, hey, dude, I went to Canada, didn't really know what to expect.
Tim and
They
Eric,
were nice,
base.
they were pleasant, they were peaceful, but they were focused. And so when I kind of joined this American convoy back in Adelanto, California, it seemed like there was a lack of like unity. I mean, they were together, but there wasn't like a unified message. You know, you hear COVID-related stuff on one end, and then just general patriot parade, freedom fest. I just wanted to know what the point of this is.
Oh, Lost. This is old news. Not this that they finally put it on APTN, but like I shared it with Agent Indy, and as soon as they tracked down her genealogy, she's not Métis. No, that not only did no one claim her from like various other bands, but they went through her like entire family like tree, and yeah, she's fully 100% pretending just to be able to give them like some kind of fucking racist clout. Like fuck those motherfuckers.
Yesterday we just drove around the Beltway, and I couldn't really see the point in spending tens of thousands of dollars on fuel to drive cross country to drive around a freeway.
Yeah, I mean the Beltway is a weird place to drive around because it's like not even a trade route. It just basically separates DC from the suburbs of the DMV. So they're just driving around. So whenever we were in Indiana, we posted something on Instagram that showed a lot of patriots talking about how they think that the war in Ukraine is staged and that Putin's a good guy and he's taken out the deep state. And you told us about, just tell us what you told us about.
Like Russia is obviously really good at this propaganda shit, right? They are talented, and they're just going into these Telegram channels and pumping these people with misinformation and disinformation. There's maybe 5 to 10 Telegram channels revolving around truckers and freedom convoys, whether it's the Dutch one I follow, the European one, the Canadian one, several USA ones. But then you have random members hopping in talking about, New World Order, George Soros, Zelensky's ties to the Bidens, and how they're not to be trusted, essentially, that the war is fake. We're seeing propaganda from the West to vilify Putin because Putin is really there to save the Ukrainians.
Hey, go ahead.
God bless America.
What are you doing here?
I want to see the truckers.
For sure. You like the truckers?
I do.
What's your favorite thing about them?
What they're standing for.
What exactly are they doing here?
What they're doing here is drawing attention. And if you notice, most of the media is glossing over what's happening or being very negative in what's happening. So, they're bringing attention to the fact that our freedoms are being eroded for a fluke.
But most of the mask mandates and the vaccine restrictions are being lifted, like right now in most states.
At the moment, yes. But who knows what will happen tomorrow? Remember, there's an election coming up.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Just, we beseech thee to smite down our enemies. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your humble court jesters, here to amuse you. To our lords, Trevor R., we give thanks for this spit of land for us to eke out this meager existence. To our knights, Merid, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruby Kelly, Ellie Leslie, Alex P., Brandon, Words Greenwood, Nate, that one guy, Hagbird Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Daniel Sutton, Coulter Smith, Val 9000, Jenna Tall, Quiet 185, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, The Tim Caucus, Multi Mondi, Trevor Yanis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojack, Saren 42, Catherine, Radical Maniac, Ramon Acosta, Nkosin, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Josh Mickelson, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We raise our flag in a veil, and we salute you, our friends.